Combining Notion with a simple shortcut on my iPhone that allows me to quickly dump anything that's on my mind directly into my Notion workspace is probably one of my most used Notion workflows ever. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to set it up yourself from scratch, step by step. Make sure to watch this one all the way to the end to learn more about how you can even add quick notes to your Notion workspace using nothing but your voice. My name is Benny and I'm helping thousands of Notion users on a daily basis to level up their Notion game and to improve their workflows with professional templates and tutorials. Don't forget that you can adjust the playback speed of the video to make it go faster or slower whenever needed. And now let's get right into it. Alright, welcome to my Notion workspace where we are going to start off from an empty page, and our first mission is to set up a simple inbox database. For this, I'm going to click on Get Started with Database, and here in the menu I select the Empty Database option. Then I rename the database to Inbox Database and I assign an icon, and for everything inbox related I always like to use this tray icon. Next up, I'm going to simply rename the title property to Note, since we are gonna collect notes in here. And then I'm going to add two more properties to this database. The first one I can simply add by clicking on Add Property. Then here I'm going to select the created time property. I personally always like to capitalize the time, but that's a little perfectionistic trait that I have. Then you can close this. And then I'm going to click on the plus symbol once more to add a URL property, which allows me to store a link with my notes, which comes in very handy when saving a quick note from my browser or from my phone for something that I found online. Next up, I'm going to rename the table view by simply making a right click and click rename. I always call the table view that I use to set up all the properties all, and I always give it the database icon, which you can find here. And now I'm also going to add a sample node to see how everything looks like by simply adding this page. You can see the created time has a specific time format. I'm going to change this by going into the edit property settings. I like day, month, and year with a 24-hour format, which also allows me to make this one a little bit smaller, and I pulled it all the way to the front. The sample node I leave as is, the URL property I leave as is, and if you want to, you can go into the layout settings for the table view. I like to turn off the page icon here, and I also like to turn on the wrap all content so that everything stays in one line in this specific view. I also want to add a sort to this database view by clicking on the double arrows, and of course I want to sort it by created time, and I want to set it to descending so that the newest entries are always at the top. And then I can minimize this again. And with this, our all view is done. Lastly, I'm going to add one more view to this database by clicking on the Add a New View button up here. I'm going to select the gallery view. I'm going to call it Notes. I turn off the Show Page Icon option. I'm also going to turn off the Card Preview. The rest I leave exactly as is. And then I'm going in the settings in here. I also want to set up the same sort as before, created time and descending. And I want to show multiple properties here because I want to be able to see the created time, and I also want to see the URL if there is any. In my case, I would prefer to actually see the URL underneath the note and the created time at the bottom. That's basically everything we need. And now I have two different views. I have the table view where I've set everything up, and the gallery view, which shows me my notes in this beautiful card style. So now we have set up our inbox database in our Notion workspace, and now it's time to switch to the iPhone to set up the iOS shortcut, which allows us to add new quick notes to exactly this inbox database. If you're enjoying this tutorial so far, please make sure to like this video and to subscribe to my channel below. Thanks so much for your support. Okay, welcome to my iPhone's home screen where I've already prepared an empty page that shows nothing but the Shortcuts app, which I'm going to open now, which should be pre-installed on your iPhone. And if you are in here, you can see I've already added my quick note and voice note shortcuts, but for this tutorial, of course, we start from scratch. I'm going to press the plus button to add a new shortcut. Then in Actions, I'm going to be looking for the text action first. You can simply type it and then choose it, and then you press or tap into the input field and you select the ask each time option, which will make sure that this action will always ask us what we want to type as our quick note. Then I click on search actions again, and now I type in Notion because I want to connect this action with a Notion action from the mobile app. So I click on Notion, I get this menu, and then here I'm going to select the create document without opening action from Notion, which will make sure that we can add a note without the Notion app ever opening at all, which makes this process super fast and smooth. So let's choose this one. Then we have to select the variables here. For the page title or the note that we're adding, I'm simply going to click on title, and then I'm going to select the text variable, which is going to be this text up here. And the body, I actually just leave empty. And then for the database, I can click here, and then you can search, or in my case, I can already see the inbox database showing up in my Notion workspace. So I'm going to select this one. And with this, our shortcut is practically already done, and we can give it a little test run by clicking on the play button down here. You will see now the first action is going to ask us for text. I'm just going to type in test. Oops, not that easy. I'm using a mouse on my iPhone here. I'm going to type in test, then I click on done, and then you will see the next action is fired and the page was added to our inbox database. Now let's add the actual shortcut to our home screen to be able to access it with just one tap. I'm going to rename it first. Since I already have one called Quick Note, I'm simply gonna call this one Quick for now. You can call it Quick Note or Note, whatever you want, or Notion Note, however you want to call it. Then I click on the arrow again. I'm going to select an icon for it. I think for writing, I always like to use something like a pencil. So I'm going with this one, which we will see on our home screen once we're done. I can click cancel now after selecting. I can choose a color. I like to go with gray to keep things simple. And now after choosing my icon and naming it, I can also select to add it to the home screen, where again, you can choose different symbols. You can even choose images to use as the app icon. And you can check my YouTube channel to find a way to actually use the Notion icons that you are familiar with from your workspace on your iPhone. I have a full video dedicated to this, but for now, for this tutorial, I'm simply going to stick to the iOS pen icon with the gray color, and I'm going to select the add button up here. And now here we go. The shortcut has already been added to our iPhone home screen. And now when we tap this, we should have the exact same process that we just saw when we were inside the Shortcuts app. So let's click on it once. I'm asked for a note. I'm going to simply write note. I click on done. And now this shortcut has now sent a new note and added it to our inbox database. So this is super cool and super handy and allows us to tap this app icon on our iPhone, type something in, and it will be magically waiting in Notion without us having to actually open the Notion app on our phone or on a computer, which makes this process super time saving. All right, now let's take a look at the workflow in action. On the left-hand side, you can see our inbox database view. And on the right-hand side, you see the iPhone home screen. We're going about our day and suddenly we are remembering that we have to do something. Let's say we just remember that we have to buy bananas. Instead of having to remember this later until I come home, I can just open my phone. I click here. It will activate our shortcut. And now let's say I quickly type in buy bananas. Then I press on done. The shortcut will process, and you can now see the quick note has been added to our inbox database. And later on, when I come to process my inbox in my Notion workspace, I will be able to move this item into my task view and turn it into a real task, which I can then easily check off my to-do list. Another example that we could talk about for me as a content creator, I want to make sure that when I have a good idea in my mind, I want to capture it somewhere so that I don't forget about it. And I also don't want to be burdened with having to remember it. So all I do is take out my phone. I press this button and then I just type down the idea very roughly. In this case, I'm just going to write idea to keep things short. I'm going to press done and you can see it will be part of my inbox database now. And then I can move it, in my case, into my content calendar database, which is a whole other template, which you can also find on my website and my profile. This inbox is by design very general and simple because I want to be able to add anything to it without having to overthink. And then the management and the process work is happening in my Notion workspace. And last but not least, I also want to show you what it is about the URL property that we've set up. And for this, I have added Safari to the home screen here, which I'm going to open now. And let's say we're here on the Notion website and I want to save that to my inbox because I'm on an interesting website. I want to remember this for later. Maybe it's a cooking recipe. I can simply go into the three-dot menu here, press on share, and then I can select Notion. And you can also choose where to add anything that you share from Safari to. And I've already selected the inbox database. I can just simply press save, and you will now see that also the website, including a functioning URL link, has been saved to our inbox database. These are 3 great examples how you can use this shortcut, and this has really proven to be an incredibly helpful workflow. Of course, now that you have an easy way to add quick notes to your Notion workspace, you will also need to implement a process to regularly check your inbox and to turn these quick notes into saved resources or actionable tasks. Personally, I've set up a very simple workflow for that allows me to turn any inbox note into a task or a resource by simply dragging and dropping it into a different database view. And this whole workflow is part of ClarityOS, the ultimate workspace organization system and second brain for Notion. ClarityOS is not another everything on one page kind of template, and instead a foundational workspace system providing a clear structure for your sidebar that enables chaos-free workspace navigation. ClarityOS works with all Notion plans, including the free plan, and comes with a simple 14-day money-back guarantee. Real Notion users are saying that this is hands down the best Notion template they've ever used, that its attention to detail, aesthetics, intuitive ease of use, and sheer practicality are absolutely next level, and that ClarityOS has been a much-needed Notion dashboard that helps them focus without over-engineering all of their processes. If you want to learn more about ClarityOS, make sure to click the link in the description below this video. Now, while adding a written quick note from your phone into your Notion workspace is already incredibly helpful, imagine you could add other notes just like these using nothing but your voice. For example, when you're sitting in your car and something important pops to your mind that you want to remember for later. Fortunately, on an iPhone, we can achieve that quite easily by simply tweaking the iOS shortcut a little bit, which I will explain in full in a separate video, which I will link in the description below this video. As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments below what kind of tutorial you would like to see next. And if you're feeling extra generous today, you can also use the Super Thanks feature or the link in the description below to buy me a coffee and to support my work directly. Thanks so much for your support. I'm looking forward to share more helpful use case videos and tutorials very soon, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.